Hi everyone, I am Tercampo Janjetri and I am going to discuss to you guys the competition of material or direct material budget. Okay, so let's begin with the production required. First is the production required. So as you can see here, we have here four quarters, which is the quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, and quarter four. So for quarter one, we have here 14,000, followed by 32,000 for quarter two, and 36,000 for quarter three, and last is 19,000 for quarter four. So saan nga ba natin nakuha tong production required? So, itong nasa production required or nasa mga quarter is nakuha natin siya dito sa budgeted production required sa production budget per cases. Ayun, so sa quarter one 14,000, quarter two 32,000, quarter three 36,000, quarter four is 19,000. So, it means yung sa production required is given na siya. Kumbaga, ibababa na lang natin. So next dito naman sa for LBS per unit case. So saan natin tong nakuwang 15 yung 15. So yung 15 is very important kasi dito natin i-multiply yung sa production required. So nakuha natin yung 15 dito sa LBS of sugar per case. Ito siya, ito yung 15. Ayan. So ito kasi yung 15 yung i-multiply natin dito sa production required, which is ito, sige, try natin. So, for quarter one, we have 14,000. So, 14,000 times 15 times 15. Ayan, 210 or 210,000. So, makukuha natin yung total raw materials needed, which is ito, yung 2,000 or 210,000. So, same procedure lang siya for quarter 2, which is the 32,000 times 15 equals 480. Accurate naman siya or tugma naman siya sa pagko-compute natin. Then, for quarter 3, same lang din. 36,000 times 15 equals 540 or 540. Ayan, ito yung lumabas, 540,000. Same lang din sa pagko-compute natin. Then same lang din siya sa quarter 4. So 19,000 times 15 equals to 285. Ayan, same lang din. So nakuha na natin yung total of raw materials needed. So next dito naman tayo sa additional and raw material inventory 10%. So kung sa quarter 1, makikita natin dito is yung 48,000. So paano natin nakuha yung 48,000 dito sa quarter 1? So yung 48,000 is nanggaling siya dito sa 480,000 sa quarter 2. So paano natin nakuha yon? Ayun, 48,000 times 10%. Yung 10% is given na siya. Given na siya. Ito siya. Ayan. Given na siya. So, let's conclude. So, itong 480,000 times sa 10% equals 48. Ayun yung lumabas, 48,000, which is tama naman. Then let's proceed. Then let's proceed naman tayo or mag-proceed naman tayo dito sa total raw material needs. So kung makikita natin dito is merong 258,000. So paano nakuha yung 258,000? So madali lang siya. Yung total raw materials needed and itong ending raw materials inventory is ipag-add lang natin siya. So let's try. 210 plus 48,000 equals 258. Ayun yung lumabas, which is tama naman. Yung 210 plus 48,000 is equal to 258,000. So, na-compute na natin. So, next naman natin is itong beginning raw material inventory. So, saan natin ito nakuha ang 21,000? So, itong 21,000 is nakuha natin siya dito sa wait. Ito ang raw materials, yung 21,000 LBS. So, given na din siya. Ayan, given na din siya. Then, para makuha yung total raw material purchase, which is the 237,000, is yung total raw material needs and yung beginning raw materials inventory is subtract lang natin or ima-minus lang natin. So, let's try. So, 210 minus 21,000. Ay, 210 tuloy. 258, sorry. So, yung 258,000 minus 21,000. Ayan, ito yung kinalabasan niya, yung 237,000. So, yung total raw materials to purchase natin is 237,000. Same naman ayun din yung lumabas sa pagkakakompute ko. Then, so, saan naman nanggaling yung 0.20 cost per LBS? So, yung 0.20 is nanggaling siya dito. So, let's go to the balance sheet. Assumption. Wait. Ayan, dito sa direct materials budget, ito yung cost per LB. So, ito yung 0.20. So, doon nanggaling yung 0.20. So, kailangan ulit nating i-multiply yung total raw materials purchase sa cost per LBS, which is the 30 or 237,000 divide or multiply 0.20 equals 47,400. So ito yung kinalabasan, 47,400 sa cost of raw materials purchase. So nakuha na natin yung quarter 1. Then same procedure lang siya for quarter 2. So let's try. So ayun nga. So same lang 'yon. So since nakuha na natin yung 48,000 dahil or yung 480,000 dahil minultiply natin itong 32,000 sa 15. So itong ending raw materials inventory is yung 54,000 is nakuha natin siya sa quarter 3 sa 10% ng 540,000. So let's try again para mas ayun. So 540,000 times yung 10% equals 54. Ayan yung lumabas for quarter 2, tama naman siya. Same procedure nga lang siya nung kanina. Then next is yung ipag-add lang then for total raw materials need, yung 480,000 ng total raw material needed is ipag-add lang natin yung i-add lang natin siya sa ending raw material inventory, which is the 54,000. So, 480,000 plus 54,000. So, ito yung lumabas, 534, which is tama naman. 534 yung total raw material needs. So, ito naman yung sa beginning of raw material inventory, nakuha natin yung 48,000 dito sa ending raw material inventory, which is 48,000. Then, ayan, kaya ito yung araw niya. Susundan natin yung araw niya. So, yung 48,000 is same lang din siya sa beginning raw material inventory. Then, after that, yung sa total raw material to purchase, itong 486,000 is ipag-subtract lang natin yung total raw material needs sa beginning of RM or raw material inventory. So, let's try. 534,000 minus 48,000, which is 486,000. Ayan yung lumabas. Same naman siya sa nasa solution or yung nasa sheet natin. Yung total raw material to purchase natin is 486,000. So, next is, after natin makuha yon is yung 486,000. Yung 486,000 for quarter 2 is i-multiply natin siya sa 0.20. 0.20. So, lalabas yung cost of raw material purchase natin ng 97,200. So, tama naman siya. So, next is same procedure lang siya for quarter 3. Same procedure lang siya for quarter 3. Since nakuha na natin ulit yung 36,000 times 15 is lumabas ng 54 or 540,000. 540,000. Then yung 28,000 natin, 28,550 is nakuha natin siya sa total raw materials needed sa quarter 4, which is yun, itong 285,000 is i-multiply natin sa 10%. So, lalabas tong 28,500. So, gawin na nga natin. So, 285,000 times 10% is equal by 28,000. Then, ipag-add natin siya para ipag-add natin yung total raw material needed sa ending raw material inventory. So, itong 540,000 plus is equals to 568,500, which is the total raw materials need. So, itong 54,000 natin is nakuha, same lang din siya sa quarter 1 or sa quarter 2, nakuha natin siya sa ending raw inventory ng quarter 2. So, meron na tayong beginning raw material inventory, which is the 54,000. So, next procedure is, again, pag-multiply natin yung, pag-subtract pala natin yung total raw material needs and yung beginning raw material inventory. So, itong 568 and 568,500 minus 54,000. 54,000 is equals 5 is equal by 514,500. So, yun, same lang din. Itong 5,000 or 514,500 is ipag-multiply lang natin siya sa 0.2, which is 100 2,900 yung lumabas for cost of raw material purchase. So, for quarter 3 or quarter 4 na tayo. So, again, yung total raw material need natin is nakuha na natin siya dahil pinag-multiply natin yung 19,000 sa 15. So, saan natin ito nakuwang 22,500 since wala tayong quarter 4. So, nakuha natin yung 22,500 sa kinuha natin siya sa direct materials budget sa desired raw material end of year LBS, which is ito siya, yung 22,500. So, given na din siya. So, ayan. So, ayan. Ito yung 22,000. So, ang gagawin, same procedure pa lang din. Ang pinagkaiba lang is wala tayong quarter 5 wala tayong quarter 5 para makuha yung 22,000 dahil nga nasa desired na siya or given na siya. So, let's pag-add natin siya. 285,000 plus 22,500 equal 307,500. Ito yung ating total raw material need. So, ayun. So, same lang siya sa 28. So, yung 28,500 for beginning RM inventory is nakuha lang din natin siya dito sa ending raw material inventory. Same lang siya. So, next is ipagsasubtract natin yung 307,500 subtract by 28,000. Subtract 28,000 equal 279,000. Ayun na yung total raw material purchase natin. Then, yung 278,000 is i-divide or i-multiply natin siya sa 0.20 para makuha yung cost of raw material purchase. So, 279,000 multiply by 0.20. 0.20. Ayan. So, lumabas is yung 55,800. So, tama naman siya sa pagko-compute natin. So, now, let's proceed sa total. Sa mga total. Ayan. Wait. Etong 101,000 for total is nakuha siya sa nakuha din natin yung total niya dito sa total ng budgeted production required, which is ikakopy lang din natin siya. Ayan, then same lang din yung 101,000 is i-multiply siya sa 15,000. So 101,000 multiply by 15. So, lumabas is 1,515,000. So, ayan yung total raw material needed natin. Then, yung 22,000, nakuha natin, so, yung 22,500 is, again, nakuha natin siya sa desired raw materials end of year LBS. Dito pa rin sa direct material budget. Given pa din siya. So, ang gagawin natin, same lang. Pag-add natin yung 1,515,000 plus 22,500 equal by 1,537,500. So, ayun na yung total raw materials need natin. So, saan natin ito nakuha yung 21,000? So, So, since yung nanggaling itong 21,000 sa same na siya sa quarter 1. Nakuha siya sa raw material inventory dito sa balance sheet natin, which is ito siya. Yung raw materials 21,000 LPS. Doon lang natin siya nakuha. Then, ayun, same. Subtract natin siya sa 1,537,500 subtract by 21,000 equal by 1,516,500,000. Then, ayun, multiply natin yung 1,516,500 sa 0.20 para makuha yung total cost or yung cost of raw material purchase. So, 1,516,500 or 1,516,500 multiply by 0.20 is equal by 303,300. So, tama naman yung kinalabasan. Then ayun yung total nung end of the year for direct material budget. So next is let's discuss the computation of expected cash disbursement. So look at the table. So as you can see, we have here the first quarter purchases, second quarter purchases, third quarter purchase, fourth quarter purchase. And we have also here quarter 1 to quarter 4. So for the first quarter, we start for the balance of 25,800 from the previous account payable. Then we add the purchases for that quarter, which is the 23,700 for the total of 49,500. Yes, ipag-add lang po natin yung 25,800 sa 23,700, which is 49,500. Then for the second quarter, we add the purchases of 48,600 to the previous balance of 23,700. So for the second quarter, we have 23,700 plus 48,600 is equal by 72,300 pesos. Yes, same procedure lang siya for quarter 3. So we add the purchases of 51,450 to the previous balance of 48,600. So far, or the second quarter, we have 48,000 plus 600. 48,600 plus 51,450, we have here the 100,050 pesos. Then for quarter 4, yeah, same lang din. We add the purchases of 27,900 to the previous balance of 51,450. So we have for the fourth quarter is the 51,450 plus 25 plus 27,950 is equal by 79,350. Then yung for the total natin is ipag-add lang natin siya. So since yung sa accounts payable natin is wala siyang kasama dito sa quarter, is matik na 25,800 lang yung total niya. Then yung for first quarter purchase, we have here the 23,700 plus the quarter 2, 23,700 is equal by 47,400. Then for quarter 2 naman is or for second quarter purchase, we have here for quarter 2, 48,600 plus 48,600 for quarter 3 is equal by 7,200. Then for quarter 3 purchase, we have here 51,450 plus 51,450 is equal or total of 102,900. Then for the fourth quarter, we have only 27,900. So ang total niya is 29,700. So for the total of our expected cash disbursement, itong 25, ipagadang natin tong um, first quarter to fourth quarter and yung account payable natin. So yung 25,800 plus 47,400 plus 97,200 plus 102,900 plus 27,900 is equal by the total of 301,200. And that's for all. Then next, let's proceed to the next reporter, which for direct labor budget. Thank you.